Hey, what's up, guys? It's Gary coming back to you with a video here, update on the Oldbarn Homestead channel. Wanted to just give you a look at what I've been working on the last day or so on this fixture to be able to reproduce these. This is the one that they sent me as a sample, and yeah, so we got it, locked in here, and then the combination of this and this clamp get the spacing and the depth of the two different levels, and we got it duplicated there. And then I didn't put a clamp here because it's clamped with this guy right here. And then once these radiuses are bent and this is welded, these will just get laid in here flat and then clamped in, and then I'll heat and bend, make these bends here, and then make this one. And then I'll do this last. I'll put these AN fittings on a bolt here and get them positioned into place, and then weld, most of the way around it, whatever I can get to, and then take it apart and just pull the bolts out. Those are threaded in there. Just drill and tap that, and that'll free that up to, to come out of there. And then just take this bolt out and these two clamps loose. So anyway, that's what I came up with. The tricky part is they've got a few different ones of these, and I spent way too much time on this, mainly because I was trying to do some stuff on the plasma cutter to cut out some different things, and it just was not coming out how I wanted it. And rather than continue to mess with that, I just abandoned it and started just sort of manually milling and drilling and cutting and welding and stuff like that. So some of the waste stuff that I tried on the plasma cutter, this is some reject stuff up here, I think is where I put it. Yeah, here we go. These are the ones I cut on the plasma cutter, and they were just sort of hugging the outside of it. I mean, it's a decent cut, there's nothing really too wrong with it. The problem with it is, it doesn't do a very accurate hole on a small hole. So these are just pierces, and I was going to just, use those as a starting hole to drill them out. Well, about half of the holes, because of the plasma cut edge, were hardened, from the heat process, and you could just drill maybe a little ways into it. Some of them you couldn't drill at all. Some of them you might get halfway through and hit a hard spot and you can't go any further, unless you're using a carbide drill bit or end mill or something, which I don't want to mess with that. So anyway, I started doing a few test bends here just to see if I could get that tight radius and then get it to flow like it's supposed to. And then here's the wide radius one. You can see I heated that one up too much, but I tried a few different ones. They gave me some scrap tubing there, and what I did was I used my metal bender. That's still hot. I just got through messing with it, and took a piece of 1 inch, because the radius on that is 1 inch, and turned a 3/4 inch down on the lathe so I can use that. This is more finesse and heat than it is, bending pressure from, like you would bend a piece of solid material with. In fact, I don't even use that at all. It's just, holding it out here and heating it and turning it. Because if you try to put too much force on it too quickly, it just wants to crack or whatever. So, being tubing. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys an update and show you what's going on. One of the things, I've never ever had an oxy fuel set up here. I've just always used MAP gas for anything I needed, and I never cut with a torch. I've never, I did it in shop in high school, but that's the last time I ever did it. But anyway, so I just went and picked this little guy up because I really don't know. It's just not going to be my preferred method. Although now that I'm kind of getting the hang of it, I might use it more. But I just went and bought that little AC rig. I think they sell them at Harbor Freight. I didn't know that, but I got this one at Home Depot. It's a Lincoln you know, brand name on it, but I'm sure it's just a kit that they threw together. Of course, when you get the bottles, they're not filled, so you got to go swap those out. And yeah. So anyway, that's what we got going on here. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'll give you an update on what happens here over the weekend. We'll be working on this a little bit more to see if we can get our first one bent up and welded up. And see, I got a big mess. You know, just the one thing I was going to say is, well, I've got a guy that works for me part-time, and it's really hard for both of us to be out here, you know, like fabricating. Now I can be over here running the plasma table, cutting stuff out, or over here, you know, sawing, doing woodworking and whatever. But as far as fabricating, I mean, you see, I'm just working on this one project, but I've got this, well, I took this project that I got halfway in the middle of and pushed it over to the side. But, you know, I filled this up. I got, you know, stuff laying up over here that's part of the project. And then this is where I was actually doing most of the welding and fabricating. And I mean, I could work in a smaller, you know, space, but it's just nice to spread out. And, you know, I don't know, maybe it's one of those deals where the more space you got, the more you use kind of thing. But all I know is when we're both out here, and he's over here he does the same thing. He uses this whole area for one project. And you know, I really need a duplicate setup like this. You know, maybe I don't know where I would put it, but maybe do something with that table over there and sort of reduplicate it. I need to sell that table. I need to post it online and just try to sell it, because I only built it to kind of showcase the kit. And I had an order come through for one of the bolt together kits, so I'm going to send that one. Actually, the guy's local, so I'm going to meet him, and he wanted a couple of custom things done on it. So I'm going to meet him. I think he's in Frisco, which is a Dallas suburb. Meet him and deliver that, and he's looking for possibly something similar for benches with a similar type design. So may get some more business off of that. So anyway, all of a sudden, guys, it's just crazy busy. I'm not, unfortunately, making too much money. I'm learning a lot and getting some things done and making progress. And you know, it's going good. All right, guys, I'll see you. I'm going to show you this. Tagged this onto the end of the video. I have had a problem with a mouse that has joined me here. I've been in here. March will be 1 year of living in here, and I've never seen a mouse. I've never seen any, you know, what looks like a mouse has been around. These cats around here, you know, keep them pretty well taken care of. But I got one in here. It's been in here for about 3 days, and so I got this glue trap. The first night I put it out, I put it on one of the corners, and then pushed that up into the corner of the room, so that it kind of had to go across it, and somehow it, you know, was tricky enough to get it all licked off of there without, you know, without getting in the glue. So last night I put the peanut butter down low in the middle, and it definitely got on the glue, but I don't think it got on it too much, but it was able to get off of it, and it drug this a long way. It drug it halfway across the room. So here's what I got tonight. I put this peanut butter up high. Hopefully it'll make it, you know, come up on there and get its back legs and front legs on there, and hopefully get stuck. Trying to get it with it up high there, and then I taped it down to a piece of plate so that it can't drag it off. So yeah, we'll get that set up and see what we can get from that. But anyway, guys, I'll see you later.